Mute
Good
the
evening,
tab.
and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Marc. I'm your keeper of Arcane lore for this evening. We are playing Call of Cthulhu, and a brief interlude from our massive Nyarlathotep campaign, as we are missing both Chris and Lanny. One has no internet and we feel terrible for her, and one has a gig and should be a famous musician but isn't, so yeah. We're playing a one shot tonight. Right, okay, seriously, if I'm not fucking this up and it's just Tim burping on the microphone, then no, he's for it. He's about to lose his character. I need to make a new one.
Wait, I need to replicate a bodily function to signal that I'm the people can hear me.
It's the red poo.
Oh yeah, fuck you people. Just I'm meant to be running a game here, people. Come on. So
That's the final bodily function that we will replicate for.
I see you say that now, but I know something else come out just fucking that stuff. Anyway, again, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. So yeah, we're missing those two, but we do have the wonderful Michelle and the wonderful Tim with us, who will say who they're playing in a moment. This is set about a year or so before we start the campaign proper in New York. I'm adapting a scenario from Gateways to Terror from Chaosium. I'll drop a link at some point for that. But yeah, so introduce yourselves and your characters, starting with Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm going to be playing as Cathy Bacon, actor, party animal, secret communist, and
Secret.
Sorry?
It's not so secret.
Yeah, she tells everyone.
Yeah.
It's secret from like her agent and Hollywood people. But every now and again, she will go up to somebody, like a worker, and be like, "Darling, do you know about unions?" Yeah. So yeah, that's Cathy.
Is that communism?
Sorry?
Is unions communism?
Well,
never mind. We're not going to get into philosophy of.
Yeah. It's more of an onboarding kind of a thing. Get them in the union,
Communism for
then expand their mind. But yeah. That's her
programming,
deal.
I get it.
Tim, who are you?
I am playing Bob the Explorer, as opposed to Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it? So. No, it's fucked.
Pretty much, Bob can't build shit. Yeah. So, but he can take you on places in the mountains and around. He's actually a pretty good explorer when it comes to things like that. He's good with a gun, but he's kind of the muscle man of the group right now because he's big, tall, and,
as you can see in his portrait, very handsome.
Well, as opposed to the real life image. So,
you can't do that to yourself, Tim. Come on, this is a welcoming space. We're all beautiful people. Well, I'm not.
Yeah. All the beautiful people. Now you got that in my head. Thanks.
See, now I have in my head because of you. Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can let me know where we're going, we're ready to go. I brought some presents for
So this was a year. Bacon. This is a year after Cathy went to Glasgow.
Yes. So this is the year before New York.
You've been at Marc. You've been asked to move closer to your mic, or mic closer.
Thank you.
All right.
This is going to be a real spanner of the works if either of our characters die tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that, but
better make sure that we don't die.
I am not promising anything. If you die, you die. How we handle that with the main campaign?
I was talking about us. I know that you're going to desperately try and kill us because that's your job.
No, I just want to make you shit yourself. There's a difference.
There are whole websites for that.
Oh, I can end that right now then. Okay.
Tell me, before we get started, the two of you have just been off doing something with Jackson Elias. What was it you were doing?
I have no bloody idea.
What little adventure did you do? What did you get up to?
Well, we were investigating a site that possibly had more fat-sucking vampires in them for other reasons.
Well, they were only there for the. They were only in Peru. That was a very localized.
Well, other stories of vampires at ruins, things like this, trying to make connections with other existing sites.
Okay. And did you come across anything? Was there anything?
I'm sure there's something in the history that we found about, weird things that we went and checked at locations. And Bob is definitely wanting to see these sites. He's probably gotten better at taking pictures by now. So, but Miss Bacon's connection.
Does our luck go up, or do our hit points change, or anything?
You should be fully healed. Your hit points.
I can do that.
And your luck should be. Wait a minute. I will do use.
3d6 times 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have 60 luck.
Oh wow! How'd you get that from rolling a 12?
Times 5.
Times 5.
Oh, great. My luck is back to full. I'm back to full power on all fronts. I'm fully sane.
I exceeded my original power and luck. I only started with like 40. So now I can play a little more. I'm going to need it.
So here's how we're starting. You both left Jackson, I think in Boston, or something, after your latest investigation. Jackson said he's wanting to look into something in London. Okay, the two others are just hired. Why are you two so loud and I'm so quiet? I'm the fucking loud one.
Turn your gain up.
I did, but it's no gain stuff. Anyway, right, hold on. No, I don't want to make
your other gain up.
Turn it all up. Yeah. He's a wee sec. Fuck, wait a minute. I know what I should do.
The slidey bar on OBS.
Yeah, no, I've done that already. Aye, doesn't matter. Right. What the fuck am I doing? I have no idea what I'm on about.
No, Cat, you're doing fine with letting us know, because we'll figure it out. Otherwise, Marc just has to talk louder and wake his kids up. That's not my problem.
Okay, man, I doubt they're sleeping anyways. Anita's went to bed because she came in for work, and the kids are probably taking advantage of the fact that no one's there, so they'll be watching or playing or something till I go in, or try to sneak in here, which is,
typical.
Yes, it is. You left Jackson back in Boston, and he has asked you, since he has to head off to London to look into something, he has asked you to retrieve, to visit an acquaintance of his, one James Gardner, in Providence, Rhode Island. He has said that he's lost contact with this person. He's lost contact with this person who was meant to get him a book called The Book of Dream Memories by some Irish monk in the Middle Ages, written in Greek, but Gardner should have some form of translation or at least notes with him. He was meant to meet up with himself, but again, he's not been in contact, and since you're heading that way anyway, he's asked you both to stop by.
All right, we can do that.
You get to the boarding house. Just Cat, thank you very much for saying, by the way. I hope it's okay, but I'm going to... Yeah, if I can't fix it just now, I'll do it next time. On Tuesday, when you're playing. You get to the boarding house about 10 in the morning. Sun is shining. It's a fairly nice looking place. It's 3 stories. Well kept. And looks as if there sees a bit of use. There is one car parked outside. Are you driving, Bob, or do you have someone driving you?
I highly suspect that Miss Bacon is not driven in quite some time and used to being driven around, being a famous actress like she is. So Bob is here as his role in his mind that he's there to. She's the spokesman looking. She is probably much better, much more charming than he would be requesting the book. So he's there for her muscle and backup and help her out.
Yeah.
And intervene as needed. But I suspect he is driving.
So you pull up,
Trying
right? Sorry?
When he did meet up with Cathy earlier in the day, he brought a present from his cousin, who just loves her shows. 2 nice large jugs of some West Virginia moonshine. So.
Oh, darling, this is delightful. Oh, I can't wait to take this back to Brooklyn. Expose the wonderful juices of your home state to the flappers and the artistes in the Brooklyn Quarter.
Now, I recommend going slow. That's not like your wine.
Darling,
But
do you know me
enjoy.
at all?
I know enough to be that you can function while under the influence.
I'd like to take a quick, a little swig of a moonshine.
And how
What does
how
it
would
taste like?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be really smooth with a nice burn, kind of. I mean, it would be like if you've ever had like 180 proof or something
I
like
haven't,
that.
but I've seen films where people drink. So
Yeah.
Kathy just goes, "Wah! Oh, that's the stuff, darling. Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
So
I just supposed to get an autograph for him. So when you get time.
Oh, he can have several.
But we're here. What do you know about this guy?
Just what Jackson told us.
he was doing some research. That's a guy from Scotland, actually, James Gardner. Was looking into some things for Jackson, finding.
Oh.
So they used them before to find hard to find books.
I was more, he's a procurer of finding things, and then
Yes,
just put his skill set, or not, okay. So.
Generally antique books or hard to find books. Just used for research, but the guy's not been in touch in quite a while. We didn't reply to the last telegram. Jackson thought, since you're there, might as well give him a shout.
Before Bob steps out of the vehicle, he's going to make sure his gun is properly loaded and safety on and put it back in his holster, though that he's prepared.
Darling, do you think we're going to need that? They're just picking up a book from a bookworm.
After the things we've seen in Peru, I'm always kind of prepared.
Yes, good point. Cathy pulls out her gun.
He's just making sure it's loaded and it's loose to quick pull, because he's got a shoulder holster under his jacket, so it's...
You making up for something, Bob?
What was that?
Are you compensating for something, Bob?
Probably.
It's okay, we all are in our own way, aren't we?
And he looks at the jug sitting
I'm from
next
Doncaster
to him.
in the United Kingdom. We don't sound like this. We're all compensating for something.
Yes, that's true. You head up, so the short set of steps to the porch. The woman comes out to meet you. Hi,
Okay. Somebody is there.
Sorry?
I'm just mumbling to myself. Sorry. I should mute when I do that. I was going, somebody's there.
What? Hi, my name's Carr, Anne Carr. Very nice to meet you. Are you looking for board or?
We're looking for James Gardner.
Ah, Mr. Gardner. I think you should be here. Please come in. She opens up the door for you, with the screen door and the door. Inside, there's a young child, so 10, playing on the floor.
Is this your boy?
Yes, this is Tommy.
Hello, Tommy. I'm Cathy. What are you playing with?
Cars. He's just got a little block of wood.
Oh, I see. What kind of car is that?
Why do you make your GM do this for you? I have no idea. A car. It's one with wheels and lots of
Fine. We'll generalize it.
Yes.
Cathy does some kiddie type talk with the child for a bit. All right, there, done.
No, you don't need to. Just don't ask me about cars. Looks like he says, "You're pretty."
Thank you very much. That is a lovely thing to say. You, I must say, for a little boy, you are very handsome. You are going to make the girls or boys go crazy for you in the future.
He blushes. His car. Would you like a car? And he gives you a little bit of wood, kind of bashed up a little bit.
Thank you. Once I'm done here, I'll come back and I will play. I will use my car to play with your car. What do you think?
That sounds wonderful. Or something that a kid would say in the 1920s.
Wonderful. I do the chin peat, the cheek pinch thing that people do. I walk off.
Bob just kind of stands behind her, looking down, cowering behind.
The landlady, the Mrs. Card, thank you. It can be quite lonely for him here sometimes. Well, if you'd like to follow me, to be honest, I've not heard from James in a couple of days. I think it'd be quite nice for him to get some visitors. He's a lovely man. Do you know him well?
I've never had the pleasure. We were sent here on behalf of Jackson.
Yeah, he hadn't been heard
Jackson
from in a while.
Elias? Yes, he visited here. Oh, must have been a year ago. He's such a lovely man, so polite.
Yeah, he's pretty great. We met him in Peru when we were on an adventure.
You had the little boy's head. Well, that was obviously the adventure. That's what you must tell us all about it. Maybe we can have a lemonade when you're finished, or an iced tea. Iced tea. Right.
That's wonderful. I've just come into the possession of something we can add to some iced tea.
She looks at you and kind of quizzically.
Just roll his eyes.
So, will you be staying long? You don't sound like you're from Rhode Island at all.
No, I'm from Blighty. I'm from Great Britain.
All the way across the ocean?
Yes. Took weeks on the boat to get here.
And how do you find our little country?
Well, you know how to cook. We tend to just boil the shit out of everything back home. It's really, really dreadful.
She laughs.
But one thing the British do better, we have better tea, and we tend to do better with whiskey.
Now Bob kind of looks glaring.
Yeah. Well, if you come with me, I'm sure you're very busy. And she walks up the stairs, up into the first floor or second floor for you, Bob.
How long has he been locked in his room? Have you been bringing him his food?
No. They usually people see to themselves. And as I said, I've not seen him in a couple of days, but that doesn't mean anything. Because he usually comes out and joins in the common room and talks to people a little bit, plays cards on occasion. But for the last couple of days, no. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not unwell.
I hope so too. But we'll find out. Do you have a key in case we need to gain entry?
She pats at her pocket. Yes, I do, but that shouldn't be necessary. Should it?
Well, if he doesn't answer the door, we should at least see that he's not sick or fallen or injured himself.
She starts to look a little bit worried. Yeah, of course.
I mean, we will definitely knock and try to get him to open the door.
Of course. Sorry, I was just reading chat. Shouldn't read chat. Yeah, of course. You get up to the top of the stairs. It's not too long, but there's like 2 doors off each side. and it's the furthest one away on the right. She gets there and she knocks. Mr. Gardner. She waits a moment. Nothing. Knocks again. Mr. Gardner, I've got some visitors for you.
Allow me. And Bob knocks really, really hard.
She
almost like he's trying to bang the door off.
She jumps a little bit as you do that. Mr. Gardner? Okay, I think I'll just open it. She takes out a big keyring and starts pushing them through. She finds the right one. Puts the key in the lock, turns to the left, and as the door opens, she screams. As you see a body lying not too far in front of the door on some kind of tarpaulin, covered in blood. Both of you, please give me sand rolls.
I will spend the 6 points.
You can't spend luck on sanity.
I
got an 87 over 60.
I got a 59 over 53.
You can both lose 2 points of sanity as you see this. I'm going to share, actually, in row 20, I have shared a handout with you. You can have a look, which is the room. You see the body lying on his side, blood drenched over it. One hand is completely covered in blood. The other is just sticking out to the side. I'm trying to describe things that I've forgotten how it looks.
So, by the looks of the picture that the audience can't see, there is, in the middle of the room, there's a body on a tarpaulin. There looks to be like a bookshelf along on the left where there's like a bed, and on the other side. There seems to be above it something that looks ritualistic, like he was doing some kind of ritual or something, right? Candles or something.
We'll get to that in a second. First of all, we'll just need to with Anne seeing the body.
First thing I would like to do is push Anne away from the door so she can't see it. How did she do on her roll?
She doesn't need to roll. She's just screaming and
freaking out.
You hear footsteps coming upstairs.
And
I'm going to like to go to the stairs because I'm assuming it's the kid.
Yes.
Yep.
Right, I just go to the kid and just kneel down and just be like, listen, Tommy, there's some grown-up stuff up here. It's quite boring and dull. You'll hate every second of it. Why don't you go downstairs and wait for us there?
Is my mom okay?
And your mom
she'll be fine.
Okay. She just saw something that startled her. He yells from down around the corner.
Trust me, you don't want any part of this. It's really boring grown-up stuff. You don't like grown-up stuff, do you?
No. Just I'll wait here, if that's okay.
Oh, of course.
Your mom will be down in a second. And I lean in to whisper to her, you need to go take care of your son, make sure he doesn't come up here and see anything, and please contact the police to have them come out here. This needs to be reported.
I'll send him to go get them. And she heads off.
Okay.
She collects them and heads down. So the body's really seeped in blood. Clothing, skin, everything, the hair is sticky with it. It looks like he might have fallen over from a kneeling position. He's wearing a green tweed coat. Looks like a brown sweater vest. Yeah.
From the angle of the shot, does it look like you said he was kneeling when shot?
Didn't say shot. Nothing to do with
I'm going to say shot. Or where he wasn't. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say he was shot. Does it appear he was shot? No.
You need to go in and check out. Have a look.
Oh yeah, Bob is going in. He's also now his hand is under his suit jacket pocket on his gun handle, just in case.
Bob, what are you doing?
Let us at least make sure nothing is in here and look for that book.
All right.
If this
you know how
becomes a
this
crime
usually
scene,
goes.
if this becomes a crime scene, we won't be able to collect the book.
All right, fine. Okay. I'll stay by the door and keep lookout.
If you hear me scream, shut the door.
But here, you're going to come in all guns blazing, Bob. We've been through too much for me to leave you behind now.
Thank you very much, Jeff, for the bits. You lovely people have one advantage, or no, 10% that you can add to a roll if you'd like at some point.
We may need it.
You're going in yourself. There's more than enough room for both of you.
I'm opening the door all the way so Cathy can see in.
What you see, so you have the body, the tarpaulin. Underneath that, there's a large rug. To your left, as you go in, you see a wardrobe of some kind, a fucking wardrobe.
I'm specifically heading to the body to get to make sure what's there. I want to see if it was
as you come into the room. So you see the bed, you see the bookshelves. Right in front of you, there's a window with sunlight beaming down onto the body.
Is the window open? The
window is not open, no.
Okay. Looking around the room quickly, is there any books? I see one over by the bed, but I don't know if that's meant to be the one,
yeah,
and I'll
there's
check
a book,
bookshelves.
Just a quick look, you can see the bookshelves, there's books on there. To your right, there's like a side table with, might be books, there's some papers and things there. On the bedside table, you do see a book also.
I will grab that book first to look at it, see if that is one he's maybe been currently working on.
So you walk past the body to the left. The bookshelves kind of separate the room a little bit, making so the sleeping area is a little bit cut off. So you have the bookshelf, and then to the left you have the nightstand, the bed, and to the right the window, this rug, the body, a little dining table. It seems.
Yep.
So
he's looking for books to begin with, and so he's going to head over to the nightstand.
I would go in if I was you, because there's not really much else to do. So if you just stand out in the room, you're not going to get anything to do.
Fair enough. I'd like to go in and take a look at the body and see if the wounds were self-inflicted, or if they even are wounds at all.
Yeah, maybe it's someone else's blood.
I'm not ruling anything out. Cathy's seen some shit.
Or where did the blood come from? Is it a hole in the back of the head and a big exit on the front of the head?
You see, so Bob, you head off to the left, not looking at the body, and you see the bed is made. Looks like it's not been touched except for a slight indent on the pillow. Looks like it's been asleep. At the the nightstand. You see, what's the one? Sorry, there's a couple of books kicking about. I never forgot. Yeah, let's look at this. You pick up the book and you see it's called The Dreamer's Dictionary.
All right. Any notes in it?
No, there's no bookmark or anything either.
Okay, he grabs the book, just starts looking on the shelf also. He's just picking it up, walking with it, seeing what else he can get there. He's specifically looking for the title, which I don't recall off the top of my head.
Right.
It's in Greek or Latin or something, so...
Cathy, give me a first aid roll, please.
Okay, this particular bacon's not very good at first aid.
Ooh,
half success. 10 under 30.
So you can see that there are, first of all, freshly made cuts around the head, as if a knife is traced a spiral going from the crown down to the neck. So all the way around the face, going from there, all the way around. The clothes are completely blood-soaked. The shirt is unbuttoned. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting lost.
Is there any sign that the implement that did this is nearby?
Wee second. I'm fucking my heat's away. Anyway, so I'll get rid of that in a second. The shirt is unbuttoned. You can see strange marks on the guy's chest. The blood's dry, suggesting that it took place a couple of days ago. It's starting to congeal. The wounds on the head and the neck are fairly deep. They appear to be hastily made. Lots of blood loss, and probably it was definitely fatal once it reached the neck. Looking at the body, you see some older scars. So you pull up the sleeve a little bit, you see on the arms, leg, see on the chest. You think maybe these have been done over a long set of time, so some of them are healed, but proper, but have left proper scars.
So it's unlikely that he did this to himself.
No, that's the thing. You can tell that it really looks like he did this to himself. That it looks like he put the knife or whatever it was to his head and just drew it down in this perfect spiral. So it appears to have started the crown, worked its way down. You think as well that he probably had to move hands while he was doing it, so it was quite, it took some effort. And it also looks to you as if the neck wound was delivered quite quickly and violently, which, given if it did it himself, would make sense.
You're saying if he did it himself, it would make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I walk over to Bob and I say, Bob, it appears this gentleman has done some weird, fucked up ritual shit to himself.
That would be your specialty to judge, but do you see the damn book we're supposed to find?
I think that the book is of relative importance, but this man clearly did some kind of ritual, which suggests that either he was trying to call something or trying to stop something.
Either way, do you find anything that you understand what he was doing?
Not as yet. I'll keep looking.
How do you know it's a ritual?
Because it appears that he knelt down on his knees and started cutting the shit out of his head. In a pattern.
Was he sane when he did this? And this is Bob just talking out loud, thinking, because that sounds pretty...
I mean, with all the things we've seen, it could go either way. He could have lost his damned mind, or he could have been trying to stop Nyarlathotep, for all we know.
One day. See, thing is, Michelle, you'll learn how to say that, and then that's the exact moment your character will die. Whenever you're able to say it properly.
Nyarlathotep.
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 Nyarlathotep. Lathotep.
Oh, for fuck's sake, now you're making it more complicated.
The TH isn't a sound. The Nyarlath was his name, and the Hotep was added afterwards.
Right, from now on, this is going to be a series called Masks of Asshole Face.
Hey, that's not nice.
Nyarl.
Nyarl.
You're not Nyarlathotep, though, Marc. Nyarlathotep is Nyarlathotep. I'm renaming Nyarlathotep into Asshole Face.
But then I don't get the fun of you not saying it properly.
I'm going to walk around the room some more and look for the book, but also look for any kind of notes or anything, like any kind of instructions he may be following or anything along those lines. Okay. I'm looking for paper with words on it.
Check the wardrobe, everything. Just kind of start looking, but specifically I'm looking for books.
Right, so you would probably start at you're at the bed, you picked up the book that's on the nightstand, you have the bookshelves to your right. Cathy, after you've said this to Bob, are you back at the body and having a look more there, or...?
Yeah, I'm going to start at the body and sort of work my way around the room.
Right, so we'll start with Bob then. Bob, give me a spot hidden roll, please.
$22 under 35.
That's me not looking.
Here I'm talking, and I didn't realize I was muted. So, yes, 22 over 35.
Right. 22 under 35. Give me a wee second, because I've lost what I was looking for. No, I know that. He's on it. Right. So where you are, the nightstand that you were at has a drawer inside. So a drawer in it. You pull open. Wait a minute, hold on. And you see another little book, but this time it's a journal. Alongside a bottle of liquid with a label, you can tell it's laudanum, and a small vial of white powder.
Bob will look over to Cathy. Do you know what this powder might be, Cathy?
Oh, Cathy, it's cocaine.
It's cocaine. Like, so I'm going to look at it, and then what can I judge from it?
It's just a small vial of cocaine. You've seen it taken at many a party.
Bob, this appears to
Laudanum.
be a very small amount of cocaine. Not enough to last one person at the kind of parties that I go to. This is what we would call an amateur amount.
You should probably consider the parties you go to then, Cathy.
Listen, I don't judge people what they partake. I personally do not partake of the powders. I'm always all about the liquids, as you well know.
We need to get you in Jeff game in LA. I think Cathy would do very well there. That's if you've not watched the Lollygaggers current Call of Cthulhu game, watch it because it's fucking insane.
I've watched bits of it, but admittedly I was intoxicated at the time.
That is the perfect way to do it.
It's very hard to follow when you're intoxicated.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy the way that, all the 1920s people talk.
And they do it well.
Yeah.
I need to bring up the sheet with the words.
So
Bobby,
I'm thinking that this was James Gardner's private stash of cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the journal, leaving the vials there as I walk kind of around, pacing
Cathy
a little
pockets
bit.
the cocaine.
Right, no, at the moment, he can throw it to you or something, but you're over by the body. Just because you said you're just having a quick glance into it. There's pages and pages on it where it says, no dreams again. No dreams again, no dreams again. Until you get towards the end of the journal, and you see it looks to be a little bit, well, not a little bit. There's a lot more written. It's scrawled. It's you see the handwriting gets steadily worse as it goes along. I think you're not standing there to read properly, but you see things like powerful being, dreamlands, ritual something. Blah blah blah. I mean, you can read into it a little bit more if you want. You can give me an occult roll. But right now, would you like
see you slip that. I see you slip that word in there. Occult word roll. Let's see.
Just roll. But Cathy, you give me a spot hidden, please.
My spot hidden is not too great because Cathy is very much a big picture person rather than a details person.
Yeah, it's all right. What'd you get?
Failure, 79 over 25.
Do you like to push the roll?
I mean, not really, because when I push the roll, something bad happens.
Yeah, but nothing terribly bad. You're not going to get any lasting injuries from it.
Alright, fine. I'm going to push the roll. 62 over 25.
You slip in the blood. And you now have it all covered up your right leg and on your right hand. So congealed, sticky, just very much not nice.
You said nothing bad would happen.
I said nothing lasting.
This is my favourite outfit.
She just bought that dress.
Oh, for fuck's sake, darling. Why am I in the muck of it?
But as you do that and you fall, so you slip, you move the body slightly, and you see just underneath it what looks like an obsidian knife, covered in blood, glistening sharp.
Bob, I found the. Well, it's not really a murder weapon, is it? It seems to be a suicide weapon.
You really shouldn't tamper with the body, but
it wasn't my intention. You try.
Look at you. He turns around and just kind of, what? How?
I can do everything you can do around a crime scene, but I have to do it backwards and in high heels.
Do you search the body, or do you leave the body as is? Do you take the knife? What's going on?
I'm not going to touch the knife because I know that they're going to fingerprint the shit out of that and be like, "Oh,
Don't
you
know
did
how
this."
much the fingerprints back then.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was the. I mean, I'm sure they had it, but I don't know. Yeah,
Well, they first have to have something to fingerprint.
that's
And
true.
Miss Kathy Bacon would not be found guilty of anything. Your
No.
studio would take care of that.
If any of the pigs show up and start asking questions, I'll just start cranking up the acting and start crying and acting like a completely hysterical weirdo. Men are always willing to believe that women are insane.
You can't argue with that.
I mean, to be fair, they are, but so are men. So
I
this
wasn't going to
case,
add
Kathy
either.
is possibly the most sane person in the world, but she is very,
Just
very.
ask her.
She's very okay with just being like, "Oh, I'm a poor defenseless lady," just so she can avoid suspicion. It's got her out of trouble a number of times in the past. But yeah, so she.
Well, since you're already covered, why don't you at least search
Yeah,
and see if there's anything?
I'll search the body. Don't worry. So I'm going to pat the body down and find pockets and stuff.
and you failed that occult roll, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you have a book in hand. Looking now at the bookshelves, I take it. All the yawning. Sorry, I'm jumping between bits here. No, don't be. Okay, so the bookshelves are quite ornate. There's three rows of books. The top row isn't full. There's some kind of bookend. They're keeping the books up. Are you doing a proper search of it?
Yeah, I mean, if we have time, he doesn't hear police, and it knows it's going to take a while for them to run down the street and to go there, and then for them to come back. So
It'll take
it's
a
going to be a while
to get there. Yeah.
He's specifically looking for the book, though. Anything else?
Yeah,
he may pull one or two down that are interesting to ask Kathy to maybe look at when her hands are clean. So.
Yeah, so you find a few books there, some on finance, banking, some travel books about myths and legends, Greece and Rome, interpretation of dreams by Sigmund Freud in German.
Was sprechen die Deutsch?
You see there is on the top shelf holding the books there. There's a statue. No, it's not a statue, but it looks somewhat grotesque, this bookend.
All right. Bob is going to take out a handkerchief and put it between his hands and that statue.
Okay.
And pick it up. Investigate closer. Since he forgot to bring his leather gloves.
It feels extremely cold. You can either give me a Cthulhu mythos or a cult. If you have it. This thing is horrid to look at.
They're the same. They're the same, so.
You can spend your what would it be? 28 luck if you wish.
Oh, well, if I add the plus 10 from our bits.
You could have that, and then you only need to spend 18.
I think I'll do that just for sake of moving this along. This
is a statue of something you've heard about in your travels with Jackson. This is Cthulhu, Great Old One.
Oh, Jackson will like this. Did you see the book, Kathy?
Give me an int roll, please, Bob. And Cathy,
intro.
go back to you for the moment. You pull yourself up from the body. You're again sticky with blood.
Did I find anything on the body?
You search the body further. You find some loose change, a wallet with identification in it, and another $2. There's a keychain with what looks like a key to the room, and another smaller one which might be used for a lockbox or something, and a pack of matches.
I'll open the pack of matches because in movies sometimes people write clues inside.
There's nothing there. There's 6 matches left, but that's nothing written.
All right, I'd like to lift the small key and keep that.
Okay.
And then I'd like to go to the wardrobe and see if there's any other clothes in there that I can change into.
You're standing up. You're on the tarpaulin. You can see a couple of pieces of paper there as well.
Well, I'll check them out. I'll have to check out the papers.
There's the rug underneath, which has actually been doesn't have any blood on it. The tarpaulin seems to have saved that. You see the paper, some candles, so it's black candles that are burnt down a little bit. The candles and the paper are both kind of things with blood. So what you got? Splattered with blood. Looking at the paper, it's written in some language you don't know. Might be Greek. But yeah. So after that, you want to go to the wardrobe?
Yes.
So you walk over to the wardrobe. Give me a dex roll, just to make sure you don't slip in the blood again.
You're turning this into like a dark episode of the Chuckle Brothers.
There we go.
Success. So I guess that means that Cathy just gymnasts over the room.
You manage not to leave many bloody footprints with you as you make your way over to the wardrobe. So inside you see some clothes, shoes. There's a locked wooden box. It's about 12 inches by 8.
Okay.
Give me another spot hidden, please.
21 under 25.
21
Don't forget to be marking. Don't forget to be marking your successes.
I'm marking my successes. Oh yeah, I am.
See something shiny in one of the shoes. As you pull it out,
Shiny.
It's a 32 revolver. It's loaded with 6 bullets.
Lovely. I found a gun.
You passed your int test, didn't you? That was I think an extreme success.
Yep.
Yeah. There's something wrong with the shape of this bookcase. The way the drawers are, there's something here. There's a space. Something doesn't fit right.
Bob will search for any secret doors, panels, buttons, knocking on the walls, sliding things that maybe shouldn't slide.
Then give me another spot hidden, please.
Oh,
All right.
What'd you get?
25 over 35.
Very nice. So you see, so the drawers along the bottom. You can tell there's a space there. There's a space there. The drawer doesn't fit, or the shelf's too big or something. As you're looking through and you're checking with your fingers, you come across a little button that pops open a secret panel at the back of the unit. Inside, you find a book, a primer in Greek vocabulary, a couple of accounting ledgers, and wrapped in silk cloth, the book you were looking for, the Book of Dream Memories.
I'm just going to pull out everything and just look around to see if there's a bag or something we can throw it in. Otherwise, just...
I'm sure you would have brought one with you.
Yep.
Oh, can I open that box?
You certainly can.
But he will put everything in that's in that little hidden compartment in there, as well as the book that was by the journal he had from the other one, and the book that he had by the bed.
Yes.
All the books.
All the books.
Well, all those books. He's not going to try to take everything off the shelf. So.
That would be
Give me a bag of holding and we'd be fine. But we don't have those in this world.
No, we do not. You're not looking at the book or anything. You're just shoving everything in.
Perusing enough to see if that particular book, opening the silk covering from it to make sure it is the book. He's not opening it up. He's not expecting to be able to read it, but just to make sure there was nothing that it appears to be right.
Though also that has been written in Greek. There's also a loose sheet, sheets of paper with some notes in English that you think might be relating to it.
Yep. Eventually he's going to read, but right now he's thinking, well, we spent a lot of time in this room, and Cathy's needing a shower.
Just give me 1 second. I need to find something because I'm useless. I know. So talk amongst yourselves while I find the lockbox because I've forgotten about it.
Well, Cathy, I think I found what we're here for.
You found the Book of Dream Memories?
I think that's what these symbols are for Greek that he showed us.
How are you going to explain this to Jackson? He appeared to be quite close to this fellow.
Well, sorry for his loss.
That's always a wonderful place to start.
And he's looking. He has some notes in here about all the stuff. So hopefully this will help Jackson. But we really should move along before the police show up, and we have to ask a bunch of questions.
Absolutely, but I can't leave this room looking like this. I've got to find some clothes.
She was going to send her son. And he leans out the door. Anne, you there?
Yes, I'm here. How is everything?
I'm
sure she's sobbing.
We were just making sure. I mean, I'm sorry if he is deceased, but your rug is safe.
Always there with a good silver lining.
Yeah.
Appears he may have done harm to himself.
Oh my God. The police will be here soon. Oh my God, you hear wailing. You hear a door open across the way. What's going on? That's not
Miss Bacon. No, but he's still yelling down to Anne.
Yeah.
Anne, would you happen to have a change of clothes? Miss Bacon got blood on her dress.
Of course. I'll find something. And you hear her pottering about and come up the stairs.
Thank you, darling. I've had a bit of a mishap.
She wasn't intending, but
I was trying to assess whether the poor chap was still alive or not. Occasionally, I found in my travels that someone who appears to be looking quite dead isn't so, and there's still a chance to save them. I thought it was worth a shot.
They're just almost dead, yes.
But he is very much definitely dead. He is 100% a dead man.
The door across across from the one you're in opens up. You see a young woman poking her head out. Is everything okay?
No.
There's been a death.
Oh my goodness. Is James okay?
No. James has passed.
Right, Bob's about to fall out a window, I think. No. Fuck you, Bob. Oh my goodness. What, was he ill? Did something happen to him?
It appears to be self-inflicted.
Oh God, something comes out and just eats Bob. That's it. Oh my goodness, I would never have thought that of him.
What did you know of him?
He's quiet. Just never really hear anything from his room. I think he took early retirement, or maybe he lost his job. I don't know. We didn't speak much. It's been quiet for a while. I did hear him a couple of nights ago. He was singing or something. It sounded like his voice, but the words were strange. I don't know.
I strongly suggest you forget what you may have heard. It may have been the last things he said.
Yes, okay. Is Anne okay?
Anne is fine. She just happened to open the door and see him on the floor.
Oh my God.
So I advise if you just stay in your room until the police are done.
See how she's done. She comes out of the room and just barges past you and heads towards the stairs.
Have you changed yet, Cathy? He'll shut the door. Do you want me to out of the? Yeah, I'll step out of the room.
You're okay, darling. I've changed in changing areas with 20 other men in them.
It was for my sake, not yours. You're much too attractive for me to be admired.
What would Mother say?
You just had to make it weird, didn't you, darling? You just had to make it quite strange.
My mother would be upset. A gentleman should not. Never mind.
Yeah, Cathy's from a tradition of like plays and stuff, so it's just like backstage. It's just like 50 people in a tiny room getting changed very quickly. So, her changing into a new outfit isn't exactly that shocking for her, Especially as like her underwear staying on, it's just changing.
Yeah, but Bob is still somewhat of a backwoods boy himself a little bit.
Like, is that the time when ankles made people come, or is that a different time?
More, I don't know. Just before my time.
David Hasselhoff's ankles. Anyway, that was a joke. I don't think I've ever seen David Hasselhoff's ankles. That's a weird thing to get into in a stream, isn't it? Let's move on.
It's not the weirdest thing we've got into in a stream, so yeah.
That's true.
It's not the weirdest thing you can find on the internet either.
Oh, please don't.
No, David Hasselhoff's ankles is a E-rated fetish. Like, that's... Or universal, if you're talking about UK ratings. Because you've got U for universal, but you've got G for general, right? That's how it works. Anyway. So now I've changed. Did I open the box?
Yeah, you're able to open the box really easily. You find a good bit of money in about $128, sewing kit, some personal grooming items. The telegram from Jackson is in there.
What's it say?
It's just saying that asking for information about the book he was looking for.
Okay. Well, he got the message from Jackson. Doesn't appear to have done much about it. Except take his own life. How curious.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Bob, what do you think happened here? What do you think he did to himself?
I'm thinking he read something or wanted to try something, and you said he carved and hurt himself before? He was healed? I'm assuming you described the wounds you found on him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's done this before, and it's of a pattern. So that suggests to me some kind of goal he had. Maybe some kind of paranormal goal, or maybe it was some kind of ritualistic goal, but he was trying to achieve something.
Also, by the way, just before I forget this in my own head, Marc, he's also taking that statue he found and put in the bag that they're taking with the book and everything. So...
Good.
Figures it's nice. It's something nice for his desk at the office. What could possibly be wrong with having a Cthulhu statue?
Yeah. Nothing in this game.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. So
is Cthulhu the yellow one?
No yellow signs.
No, that's Haster.
Totally different.
So, what would you like to do? Please probably have another 10-15 minutes away.
Is there We should be leaving soon, Cathy, if you're ready. Unless
Are
you
we
want to be here
essentially
asking the
exhausted this room
questions.
at this point?
Bob is
Sorry.
going, we found what we came for. So that's why
You know what?
he's...
That's enough. I mean, I don't. There's candles, and there's lots of written. Have I checked all of the written down stuff near the?
Yeah, there was only stuff in Greek there you weren't able to read unless you have Greek, which I don't think you do. Otherwise, there's the dream journal and the notes that Bob has.
Let's get
If
out
you
this
look around the
room.
room, you can find some other things that's...
If she wants to take a look, I know she hasn't done all the spot hidden she might have.
Let me have a look at the map again. So we got bedside table done, bed done, wardrobe done. There's a table near a like a purpley chair next to the door. Can I check out that table, see what's on it?
Yeah, so the side table there to the door, yeah, there you find some letters, some which unopened, a couple of things, invoices and things like that. Yeah, nothing too interesting.
Okay, so what's that in the bottom right corner of the picture?
I don't know. Don't think it's anything important.
Looks like...
It looks like it's blue. Well, it might just be like
I don't think it's anything. I think it's just some art.
It's a pretty... yeah, just like the register under the window.
Yeah. There's like 6 cupboards on the right wall. I'd like to check all of them.
Okay. We go through opening them up. Sorry, that thing down there, that's a hot plate. It's a fairly new-looking electric hot plate. As you're opening the doors, give me a dodge roll, please.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I'm good at dodge to a point.
Except when you roll a 99.
That is a fumble. That's a fumble.
Can I use the 10% to make it not a fumble?
No, 10%'s already gone.
And you can't do that on a critical failure.
It'd still be
Can I push it?
Can you push a fumble?
It's just a cat.
No, I'd say you can push it. Take a point of damage as you are smacked on the head by a jar of pennies, which then falls to the ground, smashes, pennies going all over the room, onto the blood and the body under the window.
Jesus Christ, who collects pennies? The most useless unit of money in the universe.
Well, you're also in the 20s. Pennies actually were worth something.
Yeah.
You could buy things like, at pennies.
For 5 pennies, you could buy a house.
Almost.
A 5-pence mix-up. Let me know that. Anyway. Oh, man. I should have done this bit. So, you've now got a bump on the head, one damage. Is there anything else you're wanting to do here?
Bob's just standing in the doorway, rubbing his head, going, "Oh my God, we're gonna need another dress. Are you okay?"
I'm fine, but the jar of pennies is dead. Another fatality. I've checked all of the cupboards on that wall at this point, right?
Yeah. There's nothing of interest there.
I've basically checked everywhere in the room that I think I can. Let's get out of here before I cause more damage, eh? I should not have had that.
Yeah, you might fall out the window the way you're going. Be careful down the stairs.
As Cathy walks towards you, Robert, you see the body begin to move. The limb shifting, it lurches up into a standing position. You can see the flesh around his head begin to peel off, spiraling downwards. Looks like some kind of parasite, someone peeling an apple. The eyes bulge out.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bob screams.
Pure malevolence. And roll sanity, please.
Success. Cathy is more sane.
You can take 1 sanity loss for that, Cathy.
Ow!
Wait, I'm
99 over 51. 98 over.
Oops. So 98 over 51 for the sanity roll. 1d6. And, oh shit. So you lose 6 sanity, Bob. Give me an intelligence roll, please.
Wait, did you say that I lose sanity?
1 sanity, yes.
I did.
I passed my sanity test.
Yeah, you still lose 1 for seeing this.
Oh, Christ. All right.
Okay, let me do some math here. There we go. That's that for. And you said an intelligence roll?
Yes, please. And this you want to fail. Okay, we'll get to you in a second, Bob, with your bout of temporary madness.
17 under 90.
Exactly what you did not want for this.
As long as they don't shoot Cathy, we're fine.
You're saying shoot?
So
Not yet.
What would be a good one here? What would be a nice little... boom.
Bob would probably either shoot panically or he would scream and run. Would be probably his...
So, hold on. Right, if it is scream and run... Fuck, man, I had this one before the...
Yeah, I'm down for the plan of screaming and running.
Right. So, Bob, for the next 2 rounds, you just want to escape. As this thing lurches towards you, Cathy, it pushes past you and tries to grab at Bob.
Bob is moving away at a very quick pace. He still carries the bag, knowing exactly that Tim knows, but Bob is just running. It's like, it's after me.
What are your dex scores, please?
Oh.
70.
70?
See?
Yes.
Sorry, I need to find the fucking stats. I don't know what's up with me today. Right, aye, so you both get to reform. Bob, you tear off down the hallway towards the stairs. You can hear footsteps coming up towards you. Cathy, you see over Bob's shoulder the landlady coming back up, and this thing lurches out behind you.
Lurches towards the landlord. Not landlord, wait, what?
No.
Yeah.
Lurches past you. So
Yeah.
you see her coming up. The thing is behind you and is moving to go past you. Seems to be going after Bob.
All right, I'd like to shoot it in the head with the new gun I just found.
Give me a roll, please.
And Bob would try to push, or even get the lady to move or run or out of the way.
I missed.
You missed.
You just missed, not a...
As the gun goes off, it misses. You miss, and it stops and looks at you, and it opens its mouth and begins to sing. And you could feel in your head these words. It sounds like kind of like pipes, a mix of pipes and words, and it's a dreadful. Well, I don't know how to describe it. So,
bagpipes,
but evil on bagpipes, panpipes, but evil. You see the flap on his throat, kind of what do you call it, pulsing there as the air gets pushed out of it, and you become dazed. I would like you to give me a power roll, both of you.
Success, 33 under 60.
Power, where are you, power? Ooh. That was a dump stat.
Which is not good, since that's what gives you your sanity.
Sanity, who needs it?
Right, Bob, for the next 2 rounds, you have disadvantage. Any rolls you might make. Bob's already...
he's just running. He's out the front door. He's, he might even, he's not even stopping to get in the car. He's just running. at this point with his
No,
hysteria.
but the thing is, this is as this voice is into you, you're starting to see things, shapes, people, cats, twisting and turning, and in front of you turns into some stretched out length of shadow. And her hand comes out to touch you, and it freaks you
out. Are we doing
does he
turns here?
see a door?
Turn situation?
Yes. It's a turn situation.
Okay.
If he's still, his goal is to get out of wherever he is. So is there stairs? He'd try to get down the stairs.
You're going downstairs, but you need to push past and to do so.
Yes.
Yeah. So give me a brawl roll, please.
Of course, now he succeeds.
You send this poor woman tumbling back down, tripping yourself as you go after her, and reaching the bottom of the stairs. Cathy, your ears are ringing. Maybe that's why it doesn't take such an effect on you.
Do I have the key to the room?
Yes, but the thing's already out. It's pushed past you. The skin is hanging down, flapping, going so from it came from the head. It's all flapping round about the back as it runs down the stairs now.
I'd like to run as fast as I can past the beast.
You want to run or you want to shoot?
I'm going to shoot.
Bullets. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot a bunch. How many times can I shoot?
One for the revolver just now.
All right. Extreme success.
Nice. So that is, I think, that is max damage, isn't it? Which is 1d6, I believe. So
oh,
6 damage is this. Yeah. Oh no! Wait a minute. We don't know it's an extreme. Yeah, no. You shoot it and it gets it right in the head. Yeah. Boom, boom. Sorry. Hold on. How many hit points does he have? I'm sorry about this. Yeah, so you see the head. You can already see the skull. The blood so covering it, slick. And the bullet catches just at the side, just below where the ear would be had it not been sliced off. And you see bone chip out, hit into the wall. You can smell the already what you call it? Rotting brain as it starts to drip out from the hole you've made.
But it's not down.
It's not down. It's continuing on towards Bob with this song. It steps over the string body of the landlady, and it's on you, Bob.
Wait, the landlady's down?
Yeah, but Bob pushed her over.
Okay.
Bob charged right past, heading towards the door. So that's his goal, to get the heck out of here. He's freaking out. He's got the bag of goodies clutched like a football and is running, or a rugby ball if you're into that.
And as you try to do that, I want you to give me a strength roll as this thing's hand grasps onto the bag.
Mine.
Ready yet? Strength, so that's a regular success, and he has a hard success. The bag slips out of your fingers as this thing takes it and shakes it into the ground and takes the book. Cathy, you're up.
I'd have to shoot it again.
Then roll, please.
Miss.
You shoot. Bullet whizzes just by Bob's head. Bob, you're coming out. You're no longer flipping out, wanting to run away. You see this thing's taking the bag. The contents are mostly all over the floor. The skin hanging down the flaps from it. It now has this dream book and is just
Bob
start to sign
just
even
pulls
higher.
out his Bob pulls out his handgun and starts firing at it too.
Ah, nice.
And shoot. Roll, please.
I did.
Did you? With 4 damage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you see it hit into its chest, and you see the bullet hit and fall to the ground.
So it's down.
No, the
No,
bullet
the
falls to the
bullet
ground.
deflected.
Ay, Christ. This thing sucks.
Yeah, but he's just going to keep firing at it now. He doesn't have a holy weapon or anything.
Ah, no, but sorry, was that Dinks anyway? It should have been at disadvantage anyway.
Oh, so that's a bonus penalty, or is that a negative roll?
No, it's alright. We'll leave it just now because it didn't do any damage anyway.
Ah. Darn it. Maybe I could have rolled worse.
Yeah, maybe you could have. But I'll let you get away just in case you were to get a...
Could have got a critical failure and shot Miss Bacon, and she never gets to make the poo.
I think the Scarlet Poo's already been made. That's
Yeah.
a classic already. The sequel, however, is...
Always a flop. Sequels are always a flop.
So, top of the round, this thing now has the book. The song is getting louder coming out of it. I think you can both give me power rolls again.
Success, 53 under 60.
And Bob. There we go.
17 under 55.
And now both give me sanity rolls, please.
What? I just succeeded.
No,
can't do it
power.
I can't do it twice in a row, you know. Oh, I did.
There we go.
Why is it saying regular?
I don't know.
I got to figure out what I got.
Yeah.
What am I got set wrong?
You both see this thing clearly. The hole you notice, Bob, the hole at the side of the head just below the ear, where the bone's chipped away, the brains are leaking out. It's the stench is beginning to get stronger. The whistling, the piping sound coming from the throat. Bob, you're up.
Okay. Bob will try to just shove the gun in its mouth and pull the trigger.
Then roll.
At this range. You can't hit it from the outside, stick it in and pull the trigger. That would be an extreme.
That would be an extreme success. And what's the damage? The damage is 5. Well, so you stick it in and pull the trigger. You feel the teeth break off on the metal, and the back. Cathy, unfortunately, you get sprayed by more of this.
Oh, come on!
And blood and what you call from behind. The thing's still on its feet. You wouldn't notice in its face because the mouth's open. It's got a thing, the things in there, and you push, but it's trying to push past you with the book in its hand. Cathy,
I'm gonna shoot it.
Then shoot. That looks like a failure. Would you like to spend? You could push it, but the if you failed, the handgun would break.
Not worth it for 1 in 3. No, not worth it. I'll take what as it is.
Or you could spend 48 luck to pass.
I don't want to spend 48 luck.
Nah, it wouldn't be worth it. You shoot, and it doesn't miss, actually. It hits into it and just falls to the ground as if it's been stopped.
Okay.
Well, it's going to lash out at you. And it misses. It's concentrated more on the book, and it lashes out and it's trying to get past you. You hear the landlady go, "Oh my God."
Hopefully she's seeing the ugly creature monster too. So
yes, she's gibbering. She says, "Oh my God," several times, unless it's a god that's the mythos, in which case, yeah. Anyway, you want to fire again? I take it.
Bob's big goal right now, yeah, he'll do that. He'll try to fire one more time.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, he's going to try to shoot it one more time. He was going to try to grapple or peel the book off, but let's try one more round.
Then shoot.
I shot. This time he does 10 damage.
How the fuck does that do 10 damage? Fucking hell. You have the gun still, you push it further in, more teeth break, and you pull the trigger again. This time, instead of going out the back, blood and brains erupt out at the top. And for a second, the body totters, then collapses, dropping the book at your feet. Blood pulling out over it, stench of this halfway rotting carcass filling your nostrils. Lady Anne screaming and screaming and screaming. You hear the boy running up with the police coming behind him, whistles piping.
Quickly grab the book and shove it back in my bag and everything else that was dumped on the floor.
You manage to get it up. Most of it's covered in blood. Your bag is now seeping through.
Okay. I'd like to try some acting.
He looks over to Cathy. I think we're going to need your skills.
On it. Acting time. I'd like to approach the police and act crying, saying, "Thank God you're here! Oh my God! Oh my God!"
You can give me a roll for that.
Acting. Hard success, 28 under 74.
The police take you aside and try to console you. There's three of them.
She's hamming up. Like, this
throw
is...
up when they see the body. They make sure you get a seat. They send one of them off to get more police because obviously this is something they've not seen before. You're questioned, Bob. The first of all treating you as if you've done something, but they know that the body was there before, so they're trying to work out what it could have been. After a while, Anne calms down and is able to talk to them. None of them seem to say that you must have been wrong in thinking that it was dead, and the gunshot's now explained why the skin's off. Yeah. Takes a little bit of time, but everyone calms down. Towards night time, the other people that live in the boarding house come back. There's lots of the hubbub things. No one really seems to notice the bag that you had, Bob. And as it dies down, you're left to make your way. Anne is taken away to stay with relatives. The other inhabitants are packing up to leave, as none of them really want to be living there at the moment with this big bloodbath in it.
So you're still going to play cards with the kid?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to go up to the kid and just be like, "Are you okay, young man?"
The kid's already gone with his mum, but let's say you did that before.
Yeah.
It's a dead body? I've never seen one of them before.
Yes, well, you see, sometimes the world is far stranger than it would appear. Your mother's going to need you now, boy. Make sure you look after her, yes?
Yes, miss.
I won't be able to play with...
Yeah, Cathy's still got brain chunks and blood in her hair. And...
I'm afraid I won't be able to play little cards with you this time, but I will keep my car, and when we run into each other again, I promise, we will have a good play with the cars, yes? There's a good chap.
Yes, thank you, miss. That sounds wonderful.
Okay, go look after your mother.
He runs off, skipping away, really happy to have seen something so horrid.
That boy is going to be the talk of his school for months to come.
Mm-hmm. He saw a body.
He saw more than a body. He saw... Well, I'm assuming this was some kind of vampire, right?
It's dead. It doesn't matter. It wasn't trying to... He was just trying to get the book. So this is obviously something that we may have other guests as we travel back. So be prepared. I hope you have enough change of clothes.
Well,
when you get to stay somewhere for the night, maybe you look through the dream journal and you start to see as you're reading through it that Gardner talked about a place where they had very vivid, fantastical dreams and was able to do things in it as if it was a completely different world. At some point, he stopped being able to, what he called the dreamlands, he stopped being able to go there and started to look for ways to fix that. he'd got in touch with Jackson Elias, who had sent him in the place for some books before, and kind of talked him up a little bit about Dreamland stuff, suggesting maybe looking into this or that. And Jackson gave him a couple of tips to look up on. Once he'd found this book and had it translated, or was working through translating it, he seems to have picked up on some kind of ritual which he believed would let him enter the Dreamlands again. But it seems that the ritual didn't quite do what he wanted it to. But still, we have the book. You've got a year to go. Maybe you can look into it some more.
We'll do some investigating, or give it to Jackson to help.
He sent, Jackson's headed off to London already. He sent a telegram waiting for him. You'll get a reply asking you to look after the book till he catches up with you again. And says he's looking into some mysterious expedition that's went missing.
Well, I guess you have some reading to do, Cathy. You're muted. You're muted.
You're muted.
Well, I am looking forward to having a few quiet nights with a glass of wine to read a terrifying fucking book.
You should drink that, and he points to the jugs.
You know I can't read Greek. You know that, right?
We got the Greek primer over there as well. And you have his notes.
Okay, fair enough.
There are notes. There's some translated parts. There are notes.
Well, maybe we can work on it together. Let's get Lyra to do it.
Now we're thinking.
You do better with her than me.
This is true. With
maybe that bottle you skyped from the bowl, you can get her to do that if you give her that little vial you took. I did see that.
Oh no, I picked up for Lyra.
Yes, of course. She needs something to make her look like she's awake.
Darling, if I was into the cocaine, do you imagine that I would not admit it?
I figured you probably wouldn't want to drink then either, and you wouldn't. Well, never mind.
You need something to soften the come down. But anyway, that'll be the end of our little one shot. I don't know why I found that. I was actually reading through this all day and kind of prepping it, and then when it came time to do it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this happens. That happens. But yeah, these things are quite fun usually. I hope you two had fun.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I get a few extra skill points here eventually. So yeah,
that's true. Yeah, you can you can redo your luck again as well. Do the 3d6 times 5, or Michelle, you didn't use any of yours, so you don't need to. So you can do anything that you clicked on. Whoever's going to be reading the book, you can let me know, and I'll tell you what you get from that. Yeah, I don't know if we're back next week. Thank you, Kat. I'm glad you had fun. That makes me feel better. I don't know if we're back next week with Mask and Nyarlathotep or the week after, but we will be back. On Tuesday, we have a new Marvel multiverse game called They'll Fall Down, which Kat will be playing in, and Michelle. And they will be running away from evil people as they try to murder all the mutants. Yeah. So thank you very much. We will say goodbye, and then we will go. I don't think we have anyone to raid, but Michelle, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day, guys. We will see you all in a few days.
See you then.
Yeah, what Tim said.
Bye.
No, what you said. Bye.